Welcome to this very special Leadership Awards ceremony, our 10th awards ceremony, but our first to be done virtually. I am so happy to see how many of you have decided to join us tonight. I hope this little bit of UD helps you feel comfortable and connected to us still in Dayton. We miss our students here on campus. To start tonight, it seems appropriate to offer the following prayer. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Most merciful and triune God, we come to you in our weakness. We come to you in our fear. We come to you with trust, for you alone are our hope. We place before you the disease present in our world. We turn to you in our time of need. Bring wisdom to doctors, give understanding to scientists, endow caregivers with compassion and generosity. Bring healing to those who are ill. Protect those who are at most risk. Give comfort to those who have lost a loved one. Welcome to those who have died into your eternal home. Stabilize our communities. Unite us in our compassion. Remove all fears from our hearts. Fill us with confidence in your care. Jesus, we trust in you. Jesus, we trust in you. Jesus, we trust in you. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now I'd like to introduce someone who uses his gifts daily to lead our university community, Dr. Eric Spina, the 19th president of the University of Dayton. Dr. Spina.
Thank you, Carrie. Good evening, everybody. I miss you all. I really and truly do. First thing that I should say is I hope all of you are continuing to be safe, take every precaution that you need to take to make certain that you and people around you are healthy. This is obviously an unprecedented time, really important for everyone in our community to take care of themselves and take care of others around them. So back to what I have to say, which is I do miss the students. I do miss all of you. When we were considering the decisions about initially closing campus and then extending that through the rest of the semester, I mean, very frankly, it was an intellectual exercise focused on the health and safety of our students, our community, and the greater Dayton community. We knew at the time, and the more we thought about it, we understood it'd be painful for our students, given how much you all love UD and the community at UD. And we were saddened and ultimately pained by the realization of what you are all going through. But I think that most of us in leadership, Vice President Fisher and Provost Benson and myself and many others, I think what we never had the time to truly process at the moment were the personal implications for us of these necessary decisions. We would not be spending any in-person time with our students during the time of year that's perhaps most exciting: commencement, end of year celebrations, standard symposium, visits to classrooms, research presentations, wrap up meetings with clubs and organizations, and on and on and on. Those things that really bring us to universities in the first place, to have this kind of deep engagement with students at times of celebration. So we really live for these interactions with students, and we truly miss them and truly miss you. So while I'm happy every year to attend the Student Leadership Awards, this year they feel like an oasis of normalcy, despite the fact that we're doing this over Zoom. That we get to be with students and celebrate all the incredible things you've done for the UD community and for each other over the past year. Again, this to us is a little bit of oasis that we get time to engage with students and hear about the things that really have helped you build the University of Dayton that we know and love. So in closing, let me state what I think is the most important thing that I can say other than be healthy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks to all of you student leaders, whether you earn an award tonight or whether not. You've made UD a better place, a friendlier place, a higher quality place, a more inclusive place, a more equitable place. Your shared gifts, your shared talents have made the University of Dayton home for all of us. So thanks again for everything you've done. Thanks for participating in this tonight. And believe you me, I can't wait to see you all in person. Carrie, back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Spina, for your introduction and support as we look to celebrate the accomplishments of leaders at the university. My name is Chris Fishpaw, and I serve as the Director of Student Leadership Programs, and I would like to welcome each of you to the 10th Annual Student Leadership Awards celebration. Tonight, we will honor students, organizations, and advisors for their leadership on campus and beyond. We hope that we have prepared an exciting program for you tonight. Presenting the awards this evening are members of the 2020 Student Leadership Awards Ceremony Committee and our campus partners. I'd like to thank them now for their work and dedication in helping us to recognize and celebrate the outstanding contribution and commitment to values, faith, and inclusivity of UD student leaders, organizations, and advisors who are making an impact on campus. Thank you. Before we begin this evening, a few brief housekeeping notes. First, we encourage you to follow along in the program this evening. We have a link to the program on our website at go.udayton.edu/student leadership. We also emailed the program to anyone who RSVP'd in advance. In this program, you will see the descriptions of each award and the nominations for the award. We will be sharing this PowerPoint with the nominations as well. I'd also like to invite everyone to follow student leadership programs on Instagram at UD_leadership and like the Center for Student Involvement on Facebook to check out some of the behind the scenes content from our ceremony. If we can also make a small request, we're asking that award winners take a moment to quickly record an acceptance speech and send it to us. We ask that you take a quick 30 seconds and make some thank yous, tell us what the award means to you, etc., and either email those videos to studentleadership@udayton.edu or direct message them to us on Instagram. And without further ado, I would like to kick off tonight's ceremony by welcoming Jack Pence, Assistant Director for Student Life, to present our Student Organization Awards.
Thank you, Chris. At this time, we'll move into the organizational award portion of the ceremony. This year, there were nearly 200 nominations submitted for individuals, organizations, and advisors. Students worked tirelessly in over 275 student organizations at the University of Dayton. This evening, we will recognize the student organizations that were nominated for leadership awards alongside award recipients. The first organization award this evening is the Emerging Organization Award. Please take a moment to recognize all of our nominees for the award. This year, we recognize a new student organization that has been both active and impactful this past year. Our recipient was described as tackling tough issues and engaging in discussion about real topics with real people. The recipient accomplishes this by bringing individuals of all backgrounds to the table with a space for inclusivity and freedom to express their opinions and seek a model to begin dialogues on campus. This organization jumped in immediately after their founding in September of 2019 to assist SGA and facilitate a large dialogue event on gun violence in response to the Oregon District shooting. One nominator noted this organization provides an extremely valuable opportunity for undergraduate students who are coming of age in a highly polarized US political environment. Having hosted dialogues on difficult topics such as gun control, death penalty, climate change, and more. Please join me in recognizing Middle Ground as the 2020 recipient of the Emerging Organization Award. The president of Middle Ground is Umaya Choudhary and their advisor, Suzanne Reichert. Congratulations. The next award is the Inclusivity Award. Please take a moment to recognize all of our nominees for this award. This year, the recipient was described as having made intentional efforts to not only connect with others across campus, but to use these opportunities to learn and grow as well as incorporate what they learn into their organization's character. And showing a strong willingness to collaborate with other organizations by finding common ground, including partnering with other marginalized communities to strengthen one another. They have hosted cultural events, drawing hundreds of participants, hosted dialogues around identity, hosted social events, and engaged in meaningful community service in the Dayton area and on campus. The group is currently leading a student effort to create educational modules for those who commit racial bias on campus. The modules being built collaboratively by many students with this organization in the leadership in taking the initiative. Please join me in congratulating our recipient of the Inclusivity Award, Alpha Psi Lambda. The president of Alpha Psi Lambda is Wydad Mukhar, and their advisor is Rashonda Grace Bridges. Our next organization award is the Visionary Leadership Award. Please take a moment to recognize all of our nominees for this award. We want to share a portion of the nominee for this award in its entirety. From holding various events throughout the year to bring the LGBTQ+ student population together and to keep everyone motivated, to making bold and motivating statements after bias-related incidents, this organization has shown over and over again what it means to be advocates. They advocate not only for their members, but for those who may be in the shadows and the entire community in general. They have stood back up after being knocked down and continue to be the tour de force on campus. No other organization is quite like them, and they were the first organization I thought of when thinking of leadership. They are utterly unique and exemplify the best of UD and uphold each and every one of the university values. I cannot praise the organization enough and cannot wait to see what the organization does in the future. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Visionary Leadership Award, Spectrum. The president of Spectrum is Chloe Massey Costales, and their advisor is Anthony Rodriguez. The next award is the Award of Excellence for Contribution of Service to the Community. Please take a moment to recognize all the nominees for this award. This year's recipient demonstrates behavior that embraces civic responsibility through our direct impact on clients working in nonprofit space, in undeserving regions of West Dayton, and internationally in Nairobi, Kenya. One nominator wrote that while our team is not compensated at all, we see and lead with the core belief that there is a mutual exchange of value when we are given the opportunity to interact with the community and provide recommendations based on what we're learning in the classroom. Another noted that our students spend hours a week researching, developing actionable deliverables for clients, and training ourselves internally to provide the most relevant solutions, all in the hopes that we will be able to see a real difference in the community we work in and the people's lives that our nonprofit clients serve. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Award of Excellence for Contribution of Service to the Community, Flyer Consulting. The president of Flyer Consulting is Nolan Scott, and the advisor, Vincent Lewis. Our next award is the Award for Outstanding Event. Please take a moment to recognize all of our nominees for this award. There are actually two recipients for this award. This year's first outstanding event has been described as a staple event in the city of Dayton and at the University of Dayton and within the multicultural community, and a hallmark event that Black students look forward to before they even come to the university. One nominator wrote that with the UD being a predominantly white university Historically, there has not been such a grand representation and, more importantly, a celebration of Black excellence on campus. With this in mind, the event features a Black Excellence Gallery in which students can submit their work and have on display. Student organizations can submit their artifacts to be presented to all attendees. The student leader and organizations in the community are highlighted for all of their fantastic work. Please join me in congratulating our first recipient of this award of the outstanding event, Black Excellent Ball, hosted by Black Action Through Unity. The president of the Black Action Through Unity is Gabe Guesibe Adeo, and the advisor, Dr. Daria Graham. The second event was part of the national week-long celebration, which on our campus featured educational events, fundraising, partnership with our on-campus Early Learning Center, an open house, and spreading general awareness about the organization. We recognize this organization for their new event with the Bombeck Center to discourage children's fear of first responders. The purpose behind holding this event was to teach children about emergency medicine and to show them the ambulance. Emergency situations can be quite traumatizing to children, especially when they are away from their typical caregivers and unaware of what's happening. The goal was to teach children about what comprises an emergency situation, why the group does what it does when it occurs, and to familiarize them with the ambulance so that they will be more comfortable if and when an emergent situation arises. The organization answered any questions the children had and demonstrated to the children that they should not be scared to see the organization at their school by showing them the equipment and how it can help them. Please join me in congratulating our second recipient of the award for outstanding event, the Bombeck Family Learning Center EMS demonstration hosted by Emergency Medical Services. The 2019-2020 Chief Emergency Medical Service is Chad Jenke, and the advisor is Captain Joe Cairo. Congratulations. Before our last Student Organization Award, I would like to remind and encourage everyone to follow the Student Leadership Programs Office on Instagram at UD_leadership and like the Center for Student Involvement on Facebook to check out some of the behind the scenes content for our ceremony. If we can make a small request, continuing on what Chris had said about our winners tonight, we are asking you to take a second to record a quick acceptance speech and send it to us. We are asking that you record a quick 30-second video of some thank yous and what it means to win this award and so on and so forth. And either email those to studentleadership@udayton.edu or direct message them to us on Instagram. For our student organizations, anyone on the exec board, the student organization can send us those videos. Now to our final organization award, the Organization Award of Excellence. Please take a moment to recognize all the nominees for this award. Again, we have two recipients for this award. The first recipient is nationally recognized for its excellence on campus, serving the campus 24/7 with a mission that includes always to serve, always to learn. That is our duty and our honor. In addition to providing EMS services to campus community, this completely volunteer organization undergoes a thorough training, provides organizations and individuals with CPR and first aid classes and other training, including a program called Stop the Bleed and a campus blood drive. The campus community thanks this organization for their incredible and selfless commitment to the UD community. Please join me in congratulating this year's first recipient of the Award of Excellence, Emergency Medical Services. Again, the 2019 and 2020 Chief of Emergency Medical Services is Chad Jenke, and the advisor is Captain Joe Cairo. Our second recipient is also an incredible community asset and was a partner in the Stop the Bleed and hosted a campus blood drive. This group provides services where they are needed in the community. We were amazed by one story in particular. This year, the chapter participated in a national effort, the Home Fire campaign known as the Sound the Alarm. Members of this organization helped to install smoke alarms and assisted families in creating escape plans throughout various Miami Valley neighborhoods to help save lives in the event of a fire. Their efforts have resulted in 3 documented cases where lives were saved from their fire alarm installs. Please join me in congratulating the second recipient of the Organization Award of Excellence, the American Red Cross Club. The president of the American Red Cross Club is Kaylee Hargis and Nicholas Langendorfer, and their advisor is Shauna Collins. Congratulations to you both, and congratulations to all of our student organization winners. We would like to recognize all the members of all of our student organizations that build and work hard to build and strengthen our UD and surrounding Dayton community. Thank you for your continued work, and thank you for your dedication to the mission of your organization and the mission of the university. Congratulations to all our winners again. At this time, I would like to welcome Stephanie Rich, Assistant Director for Student Employment and Community Partnerships, to present the Student Employment Awards. Stephanie?
Thank you, Jack. It is my honor and privilege to present the Student Employee of the Year Award and the Student Employment Supervisor of the Year Award. Both of the awards are given to outstanding individuals who make an impact on UD's community. This year, the Student Employee of the Year Award was transformed to include all 8 NACE competencies as part of the selection process. These competencies include communication, digital technology, problem solving, professional work ethic, global intercultural fluency, career management, leadership, and teamwork collaboration. All the students nominated should be very proud of themselves that they have demonstrated these competencies to their supervisors. As in most years, the selection committee had a difficult decision choosing just one student from this year's nominees. The nominator of this year's recipient wrote, "What I appreciate most is her awareness of the responsibility that comes with the lead position. She knows that as a lead, others will look to her as a leader and role model among the staff. She embraces this role willingly and positively. She has demonstrated the innate ability to remain calm under pressure, utilize her resources that she has at her disposal, and make quick decisions. Her ability to individualize each encounter she has with patrons and make them feel welcomed is a unique and remarkable gift. She builds community, she strives for greatness, she fosters growth, and she impacts those around her in a positive manner. She's creating a lasting legacy here at Campus Recreation, and I feel that the Student Employee of the Year Award is the only fitting way for her career to end." And this year, we agree with your supervisor. Congratulations, Julia Hoban, for being this year's Student Employee of the Year. But wait, in typical UD fashion, there's more. Julia, you are also being recognized as the recipient of the State of Ohio Student Employee of the Year. Congratulations. I would like to recognize all the nominees as well as all students who are employed by the institution. Working while going to school can be a challenge, and we celebrate your hard work and wish you well as you continue to press towards your goals. The Student Employee Supervisor of the Year Award was established to draw attention to supervisors who excel in their positions and are highly regarded by their student employees for their outstanding leadership, professionalism, mentoring, both professionally and personally. Student supervisors play an incredibly important role, not only for the university, but for the students that they lead. The nominators for this year's recipient wrote, "Her ability to delegate, guide, teach, and learn consistently with us has helped us grow from students that had some leadership knowledge into a well-performing cohort of colleagues who enjoy their daily tasks and projects at work. She has increased our overall confidence in our leadership abilities and always encourages us to continue developing them. We feel that she is motivated by a desire to see us all succeed. Having her as a supervisor has enlightened us about what it means to be an effective and positive leader. Congratulations to this year's Student Employment Supervisor of the Year recipient, Chelsea Fricker, and to all of the nominees. At this time, I would like to welcome Bill Fisher, Vice President for Student Development, to swear into office the 2020-2021 President and Vice President of the Student Government Association.
Thank you, Stephanie. It is my honor and privilege to facilitate the oath and the swearing in of our newly elected SGA President, Natalie Capolino, and Vice President, Ann Philbin. A little bit about about the Student Government Association. The University of Dayton Student Government Association is a representative governing body that addresses the needs and concerns of the undergraduate student body. SGA is made up of an executive committee, a legislative body with representatives from each undergraduate class, and 4 directors of special programs, Campus Unity, Academic Affairs, and Marianist Involvement, and a number of committees, including Sustainability, Mental Health Promotion, and Disability Advocacy. As the voice of the student body, members hold various additional appointments on campus, including campus committees and task forces, meetings with the Board of Trustees, and roles on the Academic Senate. So please welcome the 2020-2021 SGA President and Vice President, Natalie Capolino and Ann Philbin. So Natalie and Ann, are you ready to take the oath?
Yes.
So let me begin. I ask that you repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will
faithfully execute
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve,
protect, and defend
the Constitution of the University of Dayton Student Government Association,
the
the
Constitution
Constitution of the University of Dayton
Student Government
Student Government Association,
and will serve the undergraduate student body
and will serve the
undergraduate
undergraduate
student body
in accordance with the Catholic and Marianist values
in
in
accordance
accordance with the Catholic and Marianist values
on which the University of Dayton is founded.
on which
on
the
which the University of Dayton is founded.
Natalie and Ann, congratulations on being elected to these important roles in Student Government Association. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. At this time, we would like to acknowledge the winner of the Riley Award. The John E. Riley Award provides recognition to a junior student who has exercised sustained leadership through involvement with student initiatives, exemplifying the educational, Marianist charism, and service values of the university. This is the 35th year for this award, named for the former director of Counseling Center and 40-year employee known in student development as Jack Riley. This year's award was presented to Lena Clarisi. Lena will be formally recognized in the ceremony this fall. Congratulations, Lena. I will now present the Outstanding Student Organization Advisor Award. This year, there are 3 recipients. Our first recipient goes above and beyond to ensure that all members of the RHA Exec Board feel supported. They know the Constitution, bylaws, mission, and 5-year plan like they know their own phone number. Any question they can answer so quickly with it being only their first year in the role of advisor. Please join me in congratulating Derek Gagline, advisor to the Residence Hall Association, as our first recipient of the Outstanding Student Organization Advisor Award. Our second recipient this evening goes out of her way to make sure the Panhellenic Council succeeds. They always show up to meetings with a smile on their face and put in 110%. Where there's a will, there's a way with them on your team. Please join me in congratulating Maggie Kane, advisor to the Panhellenic Council, our second recipient of the Outstanding Student Organization Advisor Award. And finally, our third recipient this evening routinely attends Middle Ground events to not only track the group's progress, but also be a part of the discussions that the organization promotes. Very few advisors are actively involved in the organization's main events, and this advisor has been a great resource because they have seen how events run firsthand. Please join me in congratulating Suzanne Reichert, advisor to Middle Ground, our final recipient of the Outstanding Student Organization Advisor Award. Congratulations again to Derek, Maggie, and Suzanne. We would like to remind everyone to follow Student Leadership Program's office on Instagram at UD_leadership and like Center for Student Involvement on Facebook to check out some behind the scenes content from our ceremony. If we can make a small request, we're asking that all award winners take a second to record a quick acceptance speech and send it to us. We're asking that you record a quick 30-second video with some thank yous, what the award means to you, etc., and either email those videos to studentleadership@udayton.edu or direct message them to us on Instagram. For our student orgs, anyone on the exec board from the organization can send in the acceptance videos. Please welcome Nick Cardellino, Director for the Center of Social Concern. He will present the Nancy Bramlage Award, the Brother Vincent Watley Award, and the Campus Ministry Outstanding Senior Award.
Thanks, Brandon. I'd like to start off with the Nancy Bramlage Award. Please take a moment to recognize all of our nominees for this award. A recipient for the Nancy Bramlage Award was described as truly having a servant heart and a voice to advocate for all. This nominee works to spread awareness on pollution, climate change, and sustainable options at UD through her work with the Sustainability Club and being the chair for the Sustainability Committee with SGA. This nominee truly supports UD's vision of advocating and working every day for the common good. Congratulations to our recipient of the Nancy Bramlage Award, Lauren Lanham. Next, we'd like to acknowledge the recipients of the Brother Vincent Watley Award and the Campus Ministry Outstanding Senior Award. Please take a moment to congratulate all of our nominees for these two awards. Campus Ministry's two awards have very similar criteria. The only significant difference is that the sponsor of the Campus Ministry Outstanding Senior Award designated that it be given to a graduating senior who is Catholic. But we are thrilled to be able to give out two awards because it gives us the opportunity to recognize two of these outstanding nominees. First off, the recipient of the Brother Vincent Watley Award was described as having a deep commitment to putting her faith into action. She lives out this vocation as a human rights major and through her numerous extracurriculars within and outside of campus ministry. She was a callings leader, a real Dayton leader, a Chaminade scholar, and she participated in the Catholic Social Ministry Gathering, the UD Summer Appalachia Program, and the Faith in Action Journey Group. But most importantly, Art Prayer would not even exist without her leadership. So congratulations to the recipient of the Brother Vincent Watley Award, Elise McMahon. I'm also happy to present the Campus Ministry Outstanding Senior Award. Among many other examples of his involvement and leadership in campus ministry, this outstanding student took the initiative to offer assistance in leading the St. Meinrad retreat for the Chaminade Scholars. He had already experienced this retreat and had spent a summer at St. Meinrad's, and so he knew that this was what he wanted to help out with. His support was crucial, and he offered perspectives that helped enhance the retreat for years following his leadership. Recipient of this award is Cole Hepp. In addition, this year's Maureen O'Rourke Marianist Student Award, recognizing commitment to the Marianist charism, was also presented to Cole Hepp in another ceremony. Congratulations and thanks. At this time, we ask that all campus ministry student leaders be recognized. Leadership positions within campus ministry include retreat leaders, Service Saturday leaders, Real Dayton leaders, students who led breakout trips, service club leaders, peer ministers, journey group leaders, L138 leaders, Bible study leaders, music ministers, Eucharistic ministers, lectors, RCIA team leaders, mass coordinators, and many more that I've forgotten to list here. So let's show our gratitude for our students' hard work this year. Thank you for your continued work and for your dedication to the student experience. At this time, somebody who's already won an award tonight, Suzanne Rickart, the Assistant Director of Programming and Communications for International Student and Scholar Services, will announce the nominees and recipients for some of the other individual awards.
Our first individual student leader award is the Emerging Leader Award. Please take a moment to recognize all of the nominees. We have 3 winners for this award. Our first recipient for this award is a first-year student who has stepped into a number of leadership roles and far surpassed average expectations. Just in their first month of being on campus last fall, they ran for first-year representative for UD Student Government Association and vice president of Marycrest for Residential Housing Association, and attained both positions. They continue to be empowered to take on leadership roles and encourage others to do the same. Please join us in recognizing our first recipient of the Emerging Leader Award, Jessica Garvin. Our second recipient was described by their nominator as a natural leader with a passion for service. Now in their second year as president, their leadership has brought new energy to the Muslim Student Association, which is one of the most diverse student organizations on campus, and fills an important role supporting and advocating for the minority Muslim community on this large Catholic campus that is the University of Dayton. Congratulations to our second recipient of the Emerging Leader Award, Hussefa Usman. Our third recipient's nominator shared, after being recognized as an excellent leader in the Marianist tradition, this student was one of 4 UD students chosen to go on the Marianist University's May breakout trip, where they did service and leadership development with groups from St. Mary's University and Chaminade University. This student is clearly committed to growing in their leadership as a human rights studies major who brings their faith to bear on the social injustice in the world. Congratulations to our third recipient of the Emerging Leader Award, Nicole Van Voorhees. Congratulations to all our emerging leaders. The next award is the Spirit of Community Award. Please take a moment to recognize all of our nominees. Our award winner has been described as one of the most inclusive and outgoing students. This nominee really cares about whatever community they are in, whether it is their fellow peers or the clubs they are involved in. They have always put their best foot forward and have been an excellent leader for so many. Congratulations to the recipient of the Spirit of Community Award, Tong Yu Guo. The next award is the Commuter Student Award. Please take a moment to recognize our nominees. We have 2 winners for this award. Our first recipient's nominator had this to say, when they joined Phi Rho, we really got to see this student blossom and come out of their shell, and I am very proud of who they have become. Being an engineering major, it's difficult to balance school, a social life,
work, and other things. And they do all of this with grace that inspires me. So please join me in recognizing our first recipient for the Commuter Student Award, Hannah Remy. Our second recipient's nominator had this to share. This student made a decision to get involved, and in order to best represent their constituency as head of commuter relations for SGA, they spend time in the commuter lounge getting to know other commuter students, and they sent out a survey to all full-time undergraduate commuters to determine needs on campus. Please join me in congratulating the year's second recipient of the Commuter Student Award, Noah Jackson. The next award is the Outstanding International Student Award, which recognizes the outstanding contribution by an international student to the University of Dayton's campus or its surrounding community throughout their daily life. Please help us recognize the nominees for this award. Our recipients' enthusiastic involvement has been a tremendous example for other students of how to engage in the campus community. A nominator shared that they represent everything that we hope to see from international student leaders: a positive attitude, a willingness to engage, and a desire to serve his fellow students. So a big congratulations to this year's recipient of the Outstanding International Student Award, Faisal Murad. The next award is the Dedication and Commitment Award. Please help us recognize all of our nominees. This year, we honor 2 recipients of the Dedication and Commitment Award. Our first nominator described them as someone who goes above and beyond in all expectations. They give all of themselves in every involvement that they have on campus to better the lives of others. This nominee's commitment to making the world a better place and fighting for those that need it the most has defined their college experience. Congratulations to our first recipient of the Dedication and Commitment Award, Josh Skalowitz. Our next recipient was described by their nominator as the most involved flyer that I know. This nominee values social justice, inclusion, and peace. Their work on this campus exemplifies this. Despite working 3 jobs to pay their way through college, they're extremely involved in organizations that allow them to serve as an advocate for others. This nominee calls upon other students to think about how they can use their voice for the betterment of our UD community. Congratulations to our second recipient of the Dedication and Commitment Award, Lauren Lanham. At this time, I would like to invite Alexandra Smith, the Assistant Director for Fraternity and Sorority Life, to announce our values-based Greek Awards.
It is my honor tonight to recognize leaders in the fraternity and sorority community. Our first award we will be presenting this evening is the Outstanding New Member Award. The award is being presented to a particularly outstanding student this year. This student joined a values-based Greek organization in fall 2019 and brought back the Iota Theta chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated after 18 years of absence on campus. He is dedicated to building the foundations of his chapter on campus and being a support system for other student organizations. Congratulations to the winner of the 2020 Outstanding New Member Award, Elijah Johnson. The second award we will be presenting tonight is the Values-Based Greek Rising Leader Award. Please help us take a moment to recognize all the nominees. This year, we have 3 winners. Our first recipient's nominator had this to say: while a lot of this students' time is spent giving back to their chapter and the fraternity and sorority life community, they also are committed to making the greater UD community a safe and meaningful place to live and learn. This student truly lives out the Marianist mission and values of our university through building community while encouraging and empowering their fellow flyers to do the same. Please join me in congratulating the first recipient of the Values-Based Greek Rising Leader Award, Alexandra Bednar. Our next award winner has been described as follows. The definition of what Phi Kappa Psi calls a man of excellence. Their nominators shared, in this student's first semester as president of their fraternity, they have faced challenges that others would have backed away from, all in the interest of improving the fraternal experience for their brothers and making the fraternity council community a better place to learn and grow. Congratulations to the second recipient of the Values-Based Greek Rising Leader Award, Nicholas Johnson. Our final award recipient is the current president of the Epsilon Chi chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and serves as the undergraduate cluster coordinator for the Great Lakes region. This recipient's nominators shared her leadership outside of the fraternity and sorority life community with organizations like Batu, make her the perfect example for others in our community to be involved outside of their chapter. Congratulations to the final recipient of the Values-Based Greek Rising Leader Award, Ms. Jada Brown. Our next award, recognizing leaders in the fraternity and sorority community, is the Values-Based Greek of the Year Award. Please take a moment to help us recognize all of the nominees. We have 4 recipients of this award, 1 for each of our councils. Our first recipient was described as a well-respected friend and leader in the campus community because she intentionally lives out her values through her words and her actions. Her nominators shared, she serves as the Panhellenic Vice President of Membership from 2019 to 2020. She helped over 300 women find their place on campus by providing mentorship and guidance during Panhellenic sorority recruitment. She is committed not only to living out the values of her sorority, but the Panhellenic community as well. Congratulations to our first recipient of the Values-Based Greek of the Year Award, Ms. Maria Antun. Our second recipient's nominator shared, he spends many hours going over what is expected of him to make things right in the way that he wants. He fights for what is right in the community, but also has a good idea for how the community will react. Fraternity life has given this student the ability to grow so much as a leader because of the positions and opportunities that he has been able to hold, and he just wants to give back to the community what it has given him. Please join me in congratulating our second recipient of the Values-Based Greek of the Year Award, Raymond Rigney. Our next recipient is a charter member of the University of Dayton chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Her nominator said, she has been doing the work by herself and hasn't let her numbers hinder her from being an active member in the National Panhellenic Council and UD communities. She is dedicated and determined to make her organization thrive at UD. We are proud to recognize Jada Cooper Taylor as a 2020 recipient of the Values-Based Greek of the Year Award. Our final recipient has been described as one of those faces you see everywhere on campus. Her nominator shared, whether she's at work in the hangar, mentoring people in the MEC lounge, meeting with Dr. Spina, or taking the fraternity and sorority community by storm, she is a passionate leader that wants to see the best not only for her fraternity, Alpha Psi Lambda National Incorporated, but in fact for all fraternities and sororities. She is currently working with Fraternity and Sorority Life to establish a Greek council for culturally based fraternities and sororities for Latinx and Asian interest organizations. We are incredibly proud to present the final Values-Based Greek of the Year Award to Yasmin Espino. The final award we will be presenting is the Order of Omega Social Change Award. Please take a moment to recognize all of our nominees. We have 3 winners this year. Our first recipient's nominator had this to say. She has been integral in getting the Eta Lambda chapter of Order of Omega more involved on campus and recommitted to its values of scholarship, leadership, and service. When she became initiated, she jumped right into a leadership position as the Vice President of Service and organized 2 service events within a month. Through both her positions, she tries to engage members in the Dayton and campus community and make sure they are living out their values. Please help me to congratulate the first winner of the Order of Omega Award, Ms. Trina Coleman. Our next recipient's nominator shared, "When I think of social change at the University of Dayton, I think of this student. He is an advocate for social change and educates those around him on the issues he is passionate about. Whether he is representing BATU or the Gamma Theta chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, he is doing the University of Dayton fraternity and sorority life community proud. Congratulations to the second winner of the Order of Omega Award, Gabe Gaspeode." Our final recipient is a founding member of the first Latinx fraternity here at the University of Dayton, Alpha Psi Lambda National Incorporated. When asked how they would describe the student, one member of the FSL team described him as making waves for social change at University of Dayton. This student is also a student engagement assistant in the Multi-Ethnic Engagement and Education Center and a tremendous role model for his peers. Congratulations to the final award winner, Luis Rogel. Congratulations again to all the nominees of Fraternity and Sorority Life Awards. You all make us very proud to work for this community. At this time, Megan Wolf, Assistant Director for Multicultural and Multi-Ethnic Education, will announce the remaining recipients for individual awards.
Thanks, Alexandra. The first award I will be presenting is the Visionary Leadership Award. Please help us recognize all of this year's nominees. This year's recipient of the Visionary Leadership Award has a contagious energy that pulls in their listeners. Their nominator shared, "We find ourselves eager to hear their next thought and excited to work alongside them to accomplish a shared vision. This student has held multiple leadership positions within PAVE, each focused on researching a topic in detail, creating a curriculum, and educating unique and diverse populations with challenging content related to violence prevention. This student is a key player in making UD a campus free from power-based personal violence by being a part of PAVE." Please join me in congratulating the recipient of the Visionary Leadership Award, Emily Jones. Next, we would like to present the recipient of the Marianist Voluntary Service Award. Please help me recognize all of this year's nominees. The recipient of this award's nominator shared, "I've never met someone as selfless as this student who puts people above anything, both on and off campus. She not only has supported UD students in educating them with sustainability awareness, but also maintains great relationships with off-campus partners and local businesses. She's a great resource on campus who is committed to calling Dayton her home and making a really great impact on its people." Our recipient for the Marianist Voluntary Service Award is Emily Shanahan. Congratulations, Emily. The next award is the Boldness and Leadership Award. The nominee for this award reflects the values and bold life examples of Adele de Batz de Trancleon and Marie-Thérèse de Lamoureux, the two women founders of the Marianist family. Please help us celebrate all the nominees. The recipient of this year's award is described by their nominator as one of the most motivated and driven students that I have ever worked with. The student is focused, kind, and shares their ideas in constructive and helpful ways. Their commitment to making the world a better place and fighting for those that need it the most opened up important doors for them to prevent violence in our university community. Congratulations to the winner of Boldness and Leadership Award, Carrie Nicholson. Our next award for the evening is the Mary M. Shea Award of Excellence in both academic and co-curricular activities. The nominees for this award are seniors who have shown exceptional commitment to their academic and co-curricular activities. Please help us acknowledge all of this year's award nominees. This year's recipient is someone who approaches their experience at the University of Dayton through the lens of our Marianist values. Everything they do in community. They truly seek to integrate learning and living into their academic and co-curricular involvements whether that be through their unquestionable dedication to their academic pursuits or engaging peers in dialogue about on-campus issues. Please join me in recognizing the recipient of the Mary M. Shea Award of Excellence in both academic and co-curricular activities, Brian Brodkin. Our final award is the Distinguished Contributions Award. Please take a moment to recognize all of the nominees for this year's award. This year's recipient serves as the founder of Middle Ground, president of the Sustainability Club, president of the Society of Asian Scientists and Engineers, the co-president of the Society of Women Engineers, and is part of many other organizations. Another nominator shared, this student has been a consistent contributor to the bettering of campus life in a variety of roles relating to academic excellence, sustainability, and social justice. They have a rare understanding of the transformative power of dialogue in a community, its connection to justice, and the need for leadership to help build capacity for it in that community. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Distinguished Contributions Award, Umaya Chaudhary. Now please welcome Chelsea Fricker, Assistant Director of Student Leadership Programs, for our closing.
Thanks, Megan. From wherever you are, please take a moment to recognize all of our individual Student Award nominees and winners, our advisor nominees and winners, and our student organization nominees and award recipients. As a reminder, if you won an award tonight or are part of an organization that won an award, we're asking that you take a second to record a quick acceptance speech and send it to us. We're asking that you record a quick 30-second video with some thank yous, what the award means to you, and anything like that. You can either send it in an email form to studentleadership@udayton.edu or direct message it to us on Instagram @UD_leadership. Now we have a lot of thank yous to share this evening. First, we would like to thank our Assistant Vice President for Student Development, Carrie Wallace, Vice President for Student Development, Bill Fisher, and our President, Dr. Eric Spina, for joining us this evening. Further, we would like to acknowledge the awards committee for their work with helping us to make this event happen. Those members are Jack Pence, Center for Student Involvement, Alexander Smith, Fraternity and Sorority Life, Nick Cardellino, Campus Ministry, Jeremy Hill, Student Leadership Programs, Megan Wolf, Multicultural and Multi-Ethnic Education and Engagement, Brandon Ferguson, Housing and Residence Life, Stephanie Rich, Student Employment, and Suzanne Reichert, Center for International Programs. I would also like to acknowledge a group of students who helped make this virtual event possible, the Student Leadership Programs Office Student Leadership Ambassadors. Maria, Travis, Emily, Aaron, Sam, Sally, Nandi, and Jessica, you all are an incredible group of students that I'm so fortunate to have in our office. We would also like to thank all the offices who collaborated and helped us put the awards together this year. Fraternity and Sorority Life, Student Development, Student Employment, the Fit Center for Leadership and Community, the Office of Multicultural and Multi-Ethnic Education and Engagement, Center for International Programs, and Campus Ministry. We would also like to send a special thank you to Amy Lopez-Matthews and the Center for Student Involvement staff for all of their help and support in making these virtual awards possible. In addition, we would like to send a huge thank you to the Director of Student Leadership Programs, Chris Fishpaw. Without Chris, this program would not have been possible. Thank you for continuing to be the caring advocate and leader that you are. Nominees and winners, you'll receive information about how certificates will be distributed at a later date. If you tuned in late, we did record tonight's ceremony and we'll be posting it on our Leadership Awards website. As a final closing this evening, 5 weeks ago, we didn't know what a virtual award ceremony would look like or if it would be possible. What we did know was that the work of students is important. Celebrating and acknowledging students and student leadership is important. The support and encouragement we've received for this program has been overwhelming. We would like to thank every single person who tuned in tonight, who liked or shared a nomination video, and the nominees who volunteered to be interviewed on Instagram Live. Your dedication to this program and allowing it to continue in an online format truly reflects the spirit of the University of Dayton. coming together to celebrate one another from around the country, living and learning even in a virtual community. Our biggest thank you goes out to you, the UD community. Again, we would like to congratulate all of the students who have been recognized and have done extraordinary work on our campus and in our community. Thank you all for attending our program this evening and the first ever virtual Student Leadership Awards. Now go forth and continue to spread your leadership throughout the community and our world. Thanks, everybody.